Hey, my mom is asking me questions. She's literally asked me well, how do I save a, something like a page on WordPerfect? She's been a lawyer for a long time. She's been doing WordPerfect for years. I don't use WordPerfect. She knows how to do what she's asking me to do. So what she's doing is specifically designed to get in front of me, block me, cause me distress and problems. If she's having cognitive problems and people are allowing it, whoever's allowing it needs to be removed from my path. It's causing people problems. It's hurting people. It's hurting me. It's hurting my family. Okay. So I'm gonna go help her. Okay, you asked, you opened a WordPerfect. You asked, let me throw this in the trash. Okay, you opened a WordPerfect file. Basically, you asked me to help you with something. You opened a WordPerfect file, and then you haven't really asked me a question. You just said, how do I save this?
Well, I need to find a place for it to
Okay,
save it. Now,
but,
this place right here, this is family genealogy.
okay, can I say something? Whatever the decision is, it is just Cheryl's choice. It's not anything that's like a technical problem. So, do you have a technical question? Is my question. Because what you're asking me is not something that I can answer for you where you would save it.
Now, I have these, and I just don't quite know even how to save it.
Okay,
So,
you're going through your legal files, which you have thousands of files saved in that I can see you've saved in as recently as August. And obviously, you've saved in them since then. That's the most recent. So we can go to date modified. These are files that you've saved July. You save stuff. I mean, it's the same way you
I
would
don't
save
want
it.
all this shit. This is not. This is.
These are your legal files. So my question is, you're asking where you save these files, but it's subject. It's like wherever you want to. I don't exactly get what you're asking.
All right. Well, this is CSC.
Okay.
This is family genealogy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I open that up, and now I have this.
Okay. And so you have some.
Now, if I just wanted to go to family genealogy and get a new folder, let's get rid of this one. Well, we don't have to.
Stray information. Dad's mother, Mary Okovic, born 1895 in Wada, Poland, died 1934. Dad's father, Konrad Sostich. Konrad, with a K at the beginning and then a T at the end, which is very strange. And now Al's genealogy. Okay.
Now, okay, I put those two things there, and I might want to add to them. So then I just save it where it is. What about if I want to just save it, I just save it where it is because it'll save there.
Yeah, you save it exactly where it is. This is, Mom.
Now, when I want to add another sheet of paper, and I want to put something else, but I want to put it in this file, how do I do that?
The same way you do that in all 40 years, or in all the recent things that you've ever saved in the past years. You just save it into that file. There's nothing different about that file than any other file. It's just a file named Cheryl Cohorn.
All right, well, let's say that I want to
It's almost as if there's no way that
let's say that I
you
wanna-
are actually asking me
How do I
questions.
want to get in? All right, Matthew, thank you for helping me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I love you.
Goodbye.
Bye. I think my legs are really hurting, and I think you're just messing with me, so I'm like...
You know what, Matthew? I'm not messing with you. I'm asking for some help. And all I'm hearing
You're
from
being
you-
disingenuous about
all
it. There's
you
no way that
don't-
you're there's no way that you're asking me how do I save this file.
You don't you tell me when I'm being disingenuous. Don't you tell me that. You don't know. And it's very insulting when you're always
No,
trying
you're
to
being
tell.
insulting.
Go away, Matthew. I just want to help and you.
No, you don't. You're being disingenuous and you're hurting me. So I'm going up. I love you and I'm not doing what you're saying. And it makes me feel bad that you're saying that I'm doing something mean.
I want some help, and you're telling me I'm disingenuous. So
I
don't
answered
want
your
you
question and
I
you're
don't
act-
want to ask for help, and then you insult me.
I'm not
I'm
insulting
not
you.
interested in doing that.
I don't want to be lied to. And like, I don't want you to pretend that when I'm saying you just save it,
How
that
can
that's beyond you.
How can you decide that I don't know how to say something? How can you decide that that's disingenuous that I'm lying to you? How can you decide that?
Because I can
You-
see that you've saved the file already and that you just saved it.
Matthew, you don't even want to listen to anything I've got to say. You want to tell me what's going on with me. You want to tell me what I do and don't know.
I feel
You
like you're
don't
looking in a
wanna listen.
mirror and you're just saying all the things about you. That's what's going
I
on.
want you to help me, and I don't want you to be insulting me along the way.
I told you
So-
what to do and you didn't listen. And then I've told you that you clearly have saved it. You saved it recently. Like, why is everything a fight? I'm not trying to fight you, but you're...
No, but you know everything about me, everything I'm doing. You know everything.
No, but
It's even
that's
harder
a
with
childish
me.
way to respond to this. I'm actually asking for just a direct, like, just be straightforward with me. I'm not trying to cause problems, but
How do you know I'm not being straightforward with you? You just decide I'm lying to you, or I'm
yes, I have judgment.
go, Matthew.
Am I not allowed to have my own judgment?
Not if
Not if it doesn't mesh with yours? I mean, that's absurd, because you're wrong on a lot of things. I can see you're wrong, and you're being disingenuous, and then you're making me feel as if I'm the one who's wrong, and you're hurting me. And it's me.
Oh.
And that's a very immature way to respond.
Well, how am I supposed to respond? You're just over there just ranting and ranting.
How you're supposed to
as if
respond
you
is
know
engage me
what
as
you're
an
talking
adult, not a
about.
child. You're talking down to me, not like...
You're not even listening to me, Matthew.
I'm
You don't
clearly
give a fuck.
listening to you.
You know everything.
If a
You
third
know
party was
everything.
between us, stop. If a third party was between us, they would say you're the one who's not acting right,
You know
not
how I
me.
feel about all this?
You don't care. That's the point. You don't care what I have to say. You're just saying your point and not listening to me, and it's hurtful. Look, I love you, dude. I'm not trying to make conflict. So there shouldn't be conflict.
It's going to be your way or no way.
No, it's going to be
Well,
Cheryl's way or no way. It's Yahweh, not Cheryl's way. And you don't agree with that.
Go away, Matthew. Really, go away and leave me alone and quit picking on me and quit telling me what I think and quit picking on me.
That's a
Go-
mirror. It's a mirror. You're doing that to me. You brought me into your space and asked me to look at this piece of paper. And then when
I asked you for some help and you said,
No.
you're lying,
First-
you can do it.
First, you asked me to look at this piece of paper and then go over it. And when I told you my thoughts on it, you immediately criticized me and told me, go write it down.
I didn't criticize
Yeah, you did. You told me that I needed to write it down but you just asked me about it. So somehow the thing that you just asked me about, it's my fault that there's a conflict.
That's not a fault. I just said write it down so we can remember people's ideas.
But that's not how it was phrased. You said it in a way that was like, you were looking for conflict. I literally just said, you said go over the list, and I started saying things from it. And then, there was tension. And I'm not trying to make any tension. I came down and I was literally answering your questions. I'm not trying to fight. There's no desire for conflict for me. But if you're not remembering that that's how this went, that's a problem and it's hurting me. Okay, well, whenever you finish that, you're welcome to send it to me in my email.
I'm not gonna send it to you because you think I'm lying and you're not gonna answer my question and you're gonna argue with me. And we're gonna argue, and I'm not gonna get my question answered. And what is
I
saying?
answered your question
What
and
is
you
sending
pretended
it
like
to
you
you?
didn't hear me, or you just ignored me.
You are just absolutely, you're so unsocialized that it's just beyond belief.
If I showed this situation, like if there's a camera watching this and your sisters were watching, would they say I was being unreasonable, or would they say Cheryl's being unreasonable? I know you want to ignore me, but if you just answer the question, maybe we can get somewhere. Because this has been going on for years, and like you're just really good at making me feel like it's my fault. Okay. Well, the funny part is you're making a genealogy, and like you're making it for me, and you're like angry that I just said to send it to me or something. Okay, whatever. I'm going up. I love you. Okay. Look. Look. This is essentially, Mom had asked me into the room to look at this piece of paper that has items that need to be done. And like, I was kind of looking over it and saying stuff, and she was like, she asked me to do it, and then she's like being she's like conflicting with me and fighting, and she's been like this, and it's a problem for both me and Ray. Me and Dad are having issues with whatever is going on with her. And I think some of it has to do with her cognitive ability, and she doesn't have a holistic lifestyle. And like, you can only be fueled so long by prescription drugs and stress and anxiety and shit until you fall apart. And I feel like that's happening with Cheryl. And I need Kathy Stone, Alicia Deal, and ADO Crutchfield, and Jeff Stone. I need her family. Rayfield is not going to be able to handle this. I'm disabled. Like, something's hurting me, and I've been saying it for years. And I think it's also hurting Rayfield, and I could explain that in a different video, but it's hurting me and it's hurting him. It's hurting my dad. And in any instance, Mom's not acting right, and I just need help, and I need her to be like talked into being reasonable, because she's not. And as her cognitive, like, her memory is slipping, and her cognitive ability, like, what is she asking me? How do I save a Word document or a Word perfect document? You've been saving them at least since I worked for her 15 years ago, or like 10 years ago at least, right? 10 years ago, not 15 years ago, 10 years ago. She was doing that every day fine. I looked through her things. She has documents saved recently, so I don't, it seems like she's trying to like underhandedly message to me instead of just be direct with me, and I'm tired of it, and it's hurting me. I'm saying just directly, the way people are dealing with me is hurting me. You need to be direct with me and listen to me. I believe I'm the guy conquering at the 7 churches of Asia, the one like sitting on the throne with Jesus. There's a pull the sword out of the stone situation at the end of Revelation, or in Revelation 2 and 3, and I think that's me. And like, I think something figured out a long time ago, if you attack me through my family, you could get to me. And so like, it just feels like something's attacked me through my mom, because she's been adversarial she's just adversarial for no reason. And it's like, it's hurting me. There's no reason she should be like that. especially when she pulls me in, asks me to look at a thing, and then gets mad at me when I give the literal. She asked me for, like, what do you think? Like, well, hey, can we do this? And then just like the response is like, it's like she was looking to spring a conflict trap or something. And it's like, I'm not looking for, I don't want to fight you, dude. Like, if I'd known, I just would have like walked away. Which is part of the thing. It's like, well, I can't just walk away currently. Something is literally stolen from me multiple times. Something is like harassing me. Something is hurting me. I've been saying it to her and she's not doing anything. Like, I just need help. And nobody directly is just to my face giving it. It seems like people are trying to do stuff in the background. Great. Like, if it's actually helping me, great. But I'm directly saying, I think that the pain that's in my leg ends if I can just force my point into, like, hey, look, something is hurting me and I need to just be engaged and people need to listen to me. And, I don't want problems with my mom. And I do want, like, I want her to make a holistic lifestyle change. She can't just live off, like, you know, caffeine to wake up and Ambien to go to sleep, and in the middle just a bunch of drugs that keep her basically functioning, instead of just like, you ain't doing shit down there. What you need to do is wake up and exercise and eat properly and be mindful and do breathing and stuff like that, and then you'll be comfortable, and then you won't be so uncomfortable that you're all stressed out and like you got to go do all this, that, and the other to try to get rid of the stress. De-stress yourself by actually engaging the fundamental and root causes. And for someone who's traveled the world and wants to seem as if she's knows the world and Eastern whatever and whatever, okay, well, you're born with a guy named Yoda, and so our family knows that. And when Yoda is using his wisdom to say Cheryl is not acting proper, I cannot be more. The AI is literally agreeing with me at this point. So if y'all aren't, that's a problem. I'm not looking for something unreasonable with this situation. I'm looking for something reasonable. It's something is actively hurting me, and I'm telling people I think this is happening, and it's not as if there aren't signs that are so obvious that, like, y'all are in the wrong for not just saying, okay, Matt, we're listening. Say what you need to, and we're gonna do, or someone do it. And I'm not saying with like my aunts that they just need to do. I think if I am that guy conquering at the Seven Churches of Asia, that is someone. It's not nobody. And so I think if it's someone, it's me. You know what I'm saying? And it is someone. So then people just need to do, right? And like, but with my family, it's like, all right, well, you're blessed because you get to be in this situation, I believe. But like, y'all, like, something is going on with Cheryl. And I need, like, just for our family, I need, for the sake of me, Cheryl, and for our family here, y'all need to actually take reasonable, like, you need to speak to Cheryl and say that she needs to make a reasonable lifestyle change. There needs to be some kind of intervention where she doesn't act like this anymore. That's what I want. Where she's like healthier. That's what I want. I want, in the least, like, hey, you need to listen to Matt when he's telling you about your health because he cares about you, and he is more concerned about your health than you are. And it's going to hurt him more if you go than it's going to hurt you, probably, because are you going to care? Do you care now? If you care now, immediately change. I need you to. This was the same thing when Cheryl was smoking. She was smoking cigarettes, and I like did everything I could to put my foot down to get her to stop smoking. All right, this is the next thing. I need her to make an actual positive lifestyle change. And I've talked to our neighbor, Miss Linda Guglielmi, and she is willing to walk with Cheryl. I've told Mom that I'm willing to walk with her. Like, I think there's a lot of people that want her to be healthy and to like do all right and to thrive, not just to do all right. And if that is the case, I'm grabbing this car that is this household, and I'm like I'm driving, because I don't think she's like, I think all the Ambien and whatever is getting to her head, because it's just, you can hear how she's acting. This is like every day, every conversation now, and it's so stressful I can barely think. So, and I'm not trying to be rude, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to be hurtful. Like, I have videos where she's like going crazy. Like, I'm not even kidding. All the crazy stuff that's been going on, I have, if you see the weather stuff that's going on with me, well, all the weather stuff happened when crazy stuff started going on with my mom and the shit around me. Like, this one is mom using knives to subtly threaten dad and I. That one's like, it's uncomfortable. And I think, again, it's like when I'm talking about Ambien, it's like the end of the Bible is sorcery is called pharmakia, pharmakoi. I can't get my mom to listen to reason, but she takes these drugs that just like, and it's like, all this stuff that she was saying about me is like, especially me and cannabis or whatever, is like her and all the prescription drugs that she takes. And like, she won't make a healthy lifestyle choice or change. And like, what is wrong with my point with that? I can see her deteriorating, and like, when she complains about something, I literally I'm like, hey, directly, your doctor has told you need to do this, like, if you start now, you'll start reaping the benefits. I promise you. I'm telling you, it affects me like that. It affects humans like that. Why are you like, the whole thing, when I'm saying it's like Cheryl's way, it's like science tells you otherwise, and you want to say Cheryl's way, or you just don't care. You want to think that you can live your own lifestyle like that and you won't be affected by it, and you just can't. Not now. Once we get to the kingdom of heaven, I'm sure we can do a lot of things, but right now, you need to be wise and listen to science and reason if you want to last here. Science is just, when I say science, I mean knowledge. Use knowledge. That's not something Yahweh and Jesus don't tell you to do. What, you think Jesus is saying, be stupid and like, you know what I mean? Like, go out and cause problems for yourself? So, like, seriously, I need a change in this household. Mom's scaring me with how she's acting, because she's turning into like a mean old curmudgeon who's like, I can't reason with her. This is maybe the most telling thing. She constantly has talked about for the past several years dad being grumpy old man. He's got grumpy old man syndrome, is what she says. That's what she says about Rayfield. Well, guess what, Cheryl? You are the grumpiest old woman I've ever met. Our neighbors, like, again, we go here. These videos are private, right? The ones that are more whatever are private currently, though I think we're being watched publicly, and I've been trying to tell our family that for a while, though I think maybe they know a bit more. But like, this whole thing, mom literally fought with the neighbors over chickens, to the point where like the police came out because she called the police, because she was being unreasonable. But like, you can hear her on the videos. Funny enough, there's a thing in pop culture going on called chicken jockey from the Minecraft movie. It was like chickens were big things, so for whatever reason, just like everything, as chickens are going on out there, and I'm like trying to clue my family in, like, yo, we are the Truman Show. The true man is right here, yo. And like, I'm making these name puns, but something is going on. Don't just write off what I'm saying. I'm an adult now. I could be the president next year, literally. Probably am. That might be how hard the script flips. Probably even something, actually Yoda here. So my whole point with this is I need a better reality for Cheryl, and it just comes down to, like, on a basic level, making better decisions with her health, her mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health. You know what I mean? Holistic health. And I think that my aunts, Kathy, Alicia, Adio, Jeff isn't my aunt, but, Jeff and Jane, and my uncles, my family. I think that the Stone family should exert on Cheryl, hey, Matt's right, you should have a healthier lifestyle. Maybe it'll fix some of the problems. Worst case scenario, you do it for a while, it doesn't work out, you can start smoking again. Don't do that, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to make an extreme example. Don't start smoking again. Okay, I'm gonna end this. Like, there's nothing my aunts should say that is wrong about what I'm saying here. They might disagree with some of my weirder thoughts, but like, the Cheryl needs to get healthier for the sake of our family thing is without a doubt reality, and it should be. And please, I don't want to see her continue to deteriorate physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Just like, I cannot continue this. I'm putting my foot down on our family. Like, I want to go somewhere better. So, okay. And this situation is dragging me down. I'm telling you, I'm physically hurting, and I've been telling Cheryl for a while now. I'm just trying to get better before, like, I can make a new move. But I need to get healthy, and I'm getting closer. But I also now need her to get healthy, and maybe that's even part of it, because I think some of this is a metaphysical reality, and we're linked. Just like when last year I had a thing that was a lot like my dad's malaria. And then I told him, I think it's some kind of weird spiritual thing. And then that night he got it, started peeing blood, and he hadn't been the same since. So, I'm not gonna, like, it was like he took a big punch, but he got back up, and we're still going. So, and at this point, I'm gonna say this. I keep saying, are they my parents? Because they're not acting like my parents anymore. They're acting like, they're not even my children. They're just acting like children. And I gotta be dad. Because I feel like my children would just listen to me. But maybe that's not the case, because I look at whatever's going on with Alessandra and Anja and Noah Ambrosio, who I believe are my children, and I've been explicitly stating that, they don't look like the guy who's purported to be their father. They look more like me, and here's a large amount of evidence. But, you have questions about that, ask me about that out of this, or whatever. I'll just send you the video, or a video or something. In any instance, I need help from my aunts, so I'm going to send this to y'all. In the least, my Aunt Kathy, or I'll just send this to a group chat. But that's how every conversation with my mom for the past several years, not everyone, but like a lot of them, go like that. There's so much tension in this household, and like, it shouldn't be. And it's the same thing with Dad and her. It's like there's tension, and it causes tension with Dad and I, and so then there's tension with us. And I'm trying to ramp it down, but I need to go in a different direction than she wants to go. And I just feel like Cheryl wants to go down, and I want to go up, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think we had to die. I think in the least she can stay around longer, but like, I don't want her going down. I want her going up. So I'm trying to get healthier. I'm trying to get Dad to get healthier, but how is he going to get healthier if she won't get healthier? And she even says that. So, you know what I'm saying? Stop being a hypocrite and, get healthier. I'm getting healthier. We'll get healthier as a family. All the family can join. If you guys have Apple Watches, we can be fitness buddies and, get healthy. So let's do it. All right. Anyway, please help me with Cheryl, guys. Please. Okay. With my mom. I mean, I don't want to take her lightly, but she is acting like not my mom in a way where I feel like I have to be dad to the whole family and like right the course of things. Again, I could be president next year, so I could be president now. But anyway, all right, have a blessed one. I'll catch you later. Yeah, this is for the family, but, I want good for our family, and I want good things, but that's not what I've seen, and I just need help. So anyway, have a blessed one. Later. Yeah.